Hello and welcome to Shanghai Eye. I'm Chen Xuan.
Hi, I'm Timothy Pope.
Since 2018, Shanghai has been introducing a series of policy measures to attract foreign investment, providing foreign invested enterprises with more convenient, efficient and professional services. In the first 11 months of 2024, 5,533 foreign invested enterprises were newly established in Shanghai, 2% more than the previous year. Now there are over 75,000 foreign invested enterprises in Shanghai, which contribute nearly 60% of the city's import and export of goods and 1/3 of its tax revenue.
And they contribute much more than just tax. They add a lot to the city's culture as well. When I moved to Shanghai more than 10 years ago, the culture surrounding things like coffee, desserts and ice cream wasn't anything like as developed as it is today. The market size and growth rate has far outpaced the rest of China. So I sat down with one of the founders of Luna's, a French bakery and ice cream brand which is based here. And they not only notched up turnover of 700,000 yuan in their first month of operation, but have since expanded to 20 outlets in 6 Chinese cities. So it was great to be able to hear more about that journey.
My name is Kian, born in France, in Paris, and raised in France actually. I've been in Shanghai for about 8 years, and it's actually where I started my business.
Luna's, which aims to bring the taste of French ice cream and pastry to China, was established in Shanghai in 2018. Today it boasts 14 stores throughout the city and a further 6 around the country. Qian says Shanghai's vibrant and inclusive cultural atmosphere and its status as a gateway to the broader Chinese market made it the ideal place to launch the business.
Shanghai is a very dynamic city, very welcoming, open culture. As an emerging brand, it's very important that you go somewhere where the resources are very wide and the barrier of the market was very open.
Every year there's like thousands of the brands coming from like overseas come to China. They want to, have the expansion in China, and the first stop is Shanghai.
Starting a new business is never easy, but Qian says there's a lot of support coming from the city government. That can range from finding premises right through to product development and food safety management.
Even though the competition was high, there's something with the government. They continuously actually focus on the quality of the food. And I think as a brand, that's what we're looking for. Being same, but different.
Hi guys!
Hey, welcome! Nice meeting you. Do we have the classic jacket?
Shanghai's done a lot of work in terms of attracting foreign-funded startups like yours. Have you found that you've had a lot of support?
Yes, definitely. When we started, actually, it was very, very difficult because we were not aware of how to set a company. But actually, it's possible. As long as you go get the right information. The informations are transparent. All the platforms, the government platforms, try to make it as readable possible. The second thing is all the processes has been streamlined by the government to make it always more easy. So when we started in 2018, it was easier because it was transparent. But nowadays, in 2024, it's not only available, they also make it remotely. So it actually fast everything.
Have things been quite easy in terms of attracting funding and bringing in funding both from China and from overseas?
Forward, we were able to actually, ask different institutions, including banks, to help us make sure that this money, it's safe, and in the same time, we can really create value on it. It means we can invest again.
I think they are giving support on the taxing and also helping the management team. And if you have like foreign CEO or like you have foreign management team, they give the support from, whether like tax, loan, a lot of stuff is more like financial, commercial wise. They give the support where they can give the support.
So if we have one shop and want to open a second shop, actually it was easy to get investment from outside of China, but also from inside of China. So we had the chance to actually get bank loan very easily and supported by the district where we opened our first shop, which is Channing. And Channing has this historical, I would say, background of always being very welcome for foreign companies. So when we started our business, we didn't know China was so welcoming and friendly, but we did it, and we were happy to see actually that we were welcome. So we had financing support from bank, we had institution from the government helping us to lead us through different direction.
When the first store was opened, what kind of a challenge was it, and how has that changed when you look at today?
You have to also keep in mind that the city is also always embracing new things. So indeed, the government is always trying to, upgrade the service and upgrade the experience in Shanghai. So for example, there was one thing that was really important for us when we started Luminous, but we couldn't actually really implement it. It was all about green, how to be much more sustainable. And when actually the city and the district of Changning came to us and asked us, okay guys, what are your goals? How are you gonna be actually greener? And indeed, it was for us like a big question mark, because we wanted to be much more green with the packaging, but also with our operation, how we use the water and so on. And there were like a lot of new things, but without all the guidelines.
Are there a lot more advantages today? Is the market a lot more mature?
Indeed, Luminous, we started in 2020 actually to sell our product online as well. So on our mini app, making sure that the product that we have in our shop is also available online. And there are actually different ways to structure your finance online, because the platform also takes fees and stuff like this. And we had the chance that the tool went actually way faster than actually the offering of product. So we could actually take advantage of that. And nowadays it's so well mature, and I think it's really a help from the government. It's becoming now a channel of sales for us. And especially when it's winter, people don't want to go out and they buy online. It's so convenient. It's very convenient. And actually the government is also supporting you from a platform that it's a third party, you can make it your own one.
What a great story, great insights. Thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you, team. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Shanghai has done a lot of work over many years, making itself an essential place for top global enterprises to have a presence. But it's increasingly important for the city to attract the small and medium-sized companies from overseas to do business here as well. To dive a bit deeper into the issues behind that remarkable story, we're joined by Professor Huang Yejing from the Institute of World Economics, Shanghai Academy of Social Sciences. Hello, Professor Huang. So what do you think is the best way for the city to become a welcoming place for those firms?
Yeah, just as I mentioned, small and medium enterprises is a very important component for Shanghai. Although Shanghai is a mega city, leading top global city, but the small and medium enterprises is always a very important as a majority of the business owner was, is, and will be. Actually, I myself has made an informal survey for the individual owners, business owners. Some of them are my friends. I can feel that they face a very difficult time during the past couple of years, but still they have very confident to the future market. From their personal story, I get some thoughts, and some of them give me some thinking on policy implication. The first is the enough accessibility to the information related with business, related with legal affairs, especially when they meet some dispute. What is the specific way and what the documents should be prepared for them to handle those legal affairs. That is very important, especially to this overseas small and medium enterprise entrepreneur. Another part is we called fairness of the competition. That is very important.
Well, business confidence was an issue all through 2024, with business owners in many sectors feeling pretty gloomy. So, Professor Huang, what do you think that you have seen from the government side to turn that around and to have a brighter picture?
Yes. During the past 3 years, local business owners face a huge challenge. So, in the coming years, the government of municipality and the related department sector has made great effort to rebuild confidence, including the several aspects as follows. The first is financial support. The main measure is adopted, including tax relief and the specific we call the targeted subsidy to those SME, especially those SME within this high-tech and emerging industry. The second aspect of a measure is we called digitalized transformation subsidy. Government has given a specific supporting program to help SME and especially for those individual company to pursue this in digitalized transformation, which do great help for them to expand their clients and pursue to this world market. The third aspect is talent training and reputation. Government has initiated programs that help companies to give financial support to make their human resource upgrading. The specific program is applicable for small and medium enterprises to apply to help them to organizing training for their young talents and human resource.
Moving on to today's Shanghai A to Z, where we offer you some useful tips about living in the city and more. Many people wonder if there is a cap on transferring money out of China. Well, if you're looking to transfer up to $500 per day, all you need is your passport and a valid visa, as well as the necessary banking information required, of course, to make the transfer. If you want to transfer more than $500 at one time, you'll need to provide extra documentation. This includes, of course, your passport and visa, but you'll also need to provide a copy of your work contract. Now, be sure to bring an original version of that as well, along with a chopped or stamped income certificate from your workplace. You'll also need a chopped certificate from your local tax bureau and the account numbers for the source and destination accounts. Your Chinese bank is also going to want to see the address of your foreign bank's headquarters and their SWIFT code. Please be aware that you'll only be allowed to transfer an equal amount to what your documents can prove that you've earned through your place of employment. Time now for the Shanghai Eye Q&A. And Spring Festival is early this year, and it's not too far apart from Western holidays. And in a city like Shanghai, that means there's quite a bit of celebrating. And where there are celebrations, there are typically libations. Fred from Brazil asks, what is the legal drinking age in China? Well, Fred, that's a good question. In China, the legal drinking age is 18, although if a minor happens to get their hands on some alcohol, it's up to their parents to handle it. There are several laws and regulations on the books, like the law on the protection of minors, which discourages parents from allowing minors to drink. And of course, it is illegal for shops and bars to sell alcohol to minors. Although drinking in most public places is not illegal, it is frowned upon, and it is most certainly forbidden in public spaces such as daycare centres, kindergartens and primary schools. If you've got a question for us, find us on our socials.
We'd love to hear from you, and you can find all our content online as well. And join us here on Dragon TV Monday to Friday.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.